It's June 21, nearly 6 months into this Corona BS pandemic. This is the John Hopkins Institute of Bullshit. 467,000 deaths. Coronavirus, with coronavirus. None of them are from coronavirus, but I'm going to show you some interesting stuff here, guys. Firstly, I've sorted this in by total deaths. Obviously, the USA, always the biggest. I'm going to scroll down. I just want to point out here, most of the countries at the top are what I call the axis of evil. USA, UK, Italy, France, even Spain. You can include Germany. Then you got Canada. They're all up there. They're all up there. They're the big boys. But I just want to scroll down. Where the hell is Australia fit in all these total deaths? We know there's 102. Let's go down. We finally got there. Number 79 in the world, Australia. 102. There hasn't been a death in the last month. But yet, even yesterday here in Victoria, 3 days in a row, cases, 18 cases in 24 hours. And it's all hysteria, second wave. And the Premier's gone out. He was going to, ease restrictions, but no, he's even gone the other way. 18 cases, all bullshit cases. Supposedly clusters is the word they use now. There's a family, like I don't know how many, 5 or 6. They don't mention names. They don't mention names. But why don't they mention names and where they are? Because they're even talking now about locking down or closing down suburbs. They're going to close down certain suburbs that supposedly have got these few cases happening. Heard the news going to golf the other day. 21 cases overnight in Victoria. All panic. All hell's broke loose. Yet 2 seconds later they say there's 20,000 cases in Brazil. Can't even compare the two, but 21 cases. Anyway, 79 Australia. That is flimsy. And we go here, it's 4 deaths per million in Australia. But now I want to compare Australia with a few countries. Check this out. Let's go right to the bottom, okay? I'm going to go right to the bottom where there's no deaths. I just want to point out interesting countries. And a lot of these are small islands and that, got Vatican City, amazingly, of course. No one's going to die there. A lot of these countries you'd think would be the places to have people dying. They're, African countries, islands where the health system's not the best. Greenland, not a single death, amazing. Keep going here. Papua New Guinea. Mongolia. Not a death in Mongolia. Let's check the population in Mongolia. Actually would have thought there'd be more. 3,278,000. So not a single death there. Cambodia, let's check Cambodia. 16,718,000. That's quite a few people in a small, crammed country. 0 deaths. Unlike Australia, very big country, 25 million, all spread out. Here's the best one. Not going to believe this. Vietnam. You cannot compare the sizes of Australia and Vietnam. Vietnam is that crowded, you cannot believe. There's no way known, they wouldn't be spreading a virus quickly there. I mean, of course they would be if it was real. People are really, really tight in Vietnam. No deaths. What's the population of Vietnam? This will be interesting. Very interesting. We're getting in the high numbers here. 97 million people. 97 million people. Nearly 100 million. It's the 15th most populated country in the world. It's got 4 times as many people as Australia. 0 deaths. What are they doing right? It's closer to China than Australia is. 4 times as many people and not a single death. What are they doing right? Are they practicing lockdowns and social distancing? I doubt it. I doubt it. Well, we must all go to Vietnam now because, you're not going to die in Vietnam. In 6 months nearly, no one has died in Vietnam. What are they doing? I'm going to say, what are they doing wrong? What are they doing right? Don't they fall in with this bullshit? It is a joke. Let's find some more. Like I said, all these countries should be getting the Rwanda, 2 deaths. Gambia, Palestine, Monaco, man. Zimbabwe, there's quite a few people there. We'll just check that out. Nearly 15 million people. 15 million people, and guarantee the hygiene there isn't the best. That's amazing. 4 deaths. And we go Hong Kong. You know how crowded Hong Kong is? Oh, you can't move there. It's that tight. 5 deaths. 5 deaths. How many people in Hong Kong? 7.5 million. 7.5 million, and we got 5 deaths. A few more. Taiwan. That's the one I want to compare. Taiwan. That is a very small country. People are crammed there. Look at this. 0.3 deaths per million. 0.3 deaths. Hong Kong was 0.7. What was Australia? 4. It is a joke. Taiwan, 7 deaths. What's the population of Taiwan? I know it's in the 20s. There it is, 24 million. Same as Australia, Taiwan, and it's only got 7 deaths. 0.3 deaths per million. Only 446 cases. I mean, you got to look at this and say it's all bullshit. Look at these African countries. That's the first place all these, people are supposedly dying from pandemics over the years, all sorts of diseases. But no, they're all being left out here. They're the place to be going. No point living in the Western countries. It is a joke. Taiwan, it's as crowded as you can be. 7 people died. Are there any more? There's a good one. Sri Lanka, 11 people. There it is. Sri Lanka, 21 million. Nearly the same as Australia. 11 people. 0.5 deaths per population. What's going on here? There's more deaths on a bloody bullshit cruise ship, the Diamond Princess. The Diamond Princess has got more deaths than all these other countries. How many are there? Let's have a look. Who was it again? Diamond Princess 134. And there are, 215 countries. 81 countries have got less deaths than a bloody cruise ship. Can you see what's going on here? I mean, obviously this was part of the circus. Corrupt as anything. The Carnival Cruises, they're involved in this. No one died, but they'll just make up a number. But yeah, supposedly more deaths on a cruise ship than 81 countries in the world. I can go on. All these African countries. All right, we'll finish with the best one, Tanzania. You know what happened there? The good old president, they thought they'd check this out. They actually got samples from pawpaw, goat, sheep, and it was even, I think, oil or something like that. I mean, and they all tested positive. It just showed the testing is absolute bullshit, but check it out. 509 cases, 21 deaths only. 0.4 per population, 0.4 per million. What's the population of good old Tanzania? I think that's up there somewhere. Nearly 60 million people. 60 million people! And we got 21 deaths. Why are all these, I won't say the word unhygienic, but a lot of third world countries, poorer countries, not as good hygiene, health services. What's going on here? What's going on here? Tanzania, 60 million people. And that, once again, 0.4 That's 10 times less than Australia. 10 times less. Australia is 4 per million and Tanzania is 0.4. Because they're not part of the shit. They're not part of the shit. Alright, I'll end it at that. You can see this is a freaking joke. Absolute joke. And of course, this bullshit here. These numbers here are an absolute joke. 121 million. Sorry, 121,000 deaths in USA. No freaking way, no. Any of them died from any COVID-19. With COVID-19, maybe, but not from COVID-19. My God, Brazil's gone crazy. What's happened there? They've jumped to number 2. UK always up there. Italy standing firm. Where's China these days? Have they made another surge? There they are. They're running 18th. They're running 18th. They were like 300. Sorry, they were 3,000 something within weeks. Hardly anyone's died in China. 1.4 billion people. 1.4 billion people and no one's dying in the last 3 months. Got it under control, have they? We saw video footage of all these people dropping dead in the streets early on. And the whole world went, wow, this must be real. People are dropping dead in the streets. Has anyone seen one single person drop dead in the streets? Anywhere apart from that bullshit that they showed at the start? Is that one of the symptoms, dropping dead in the streets? Unbelievable. India's come from nowhere as well. Looks like they've joined in the chorus. They were virtually zero. And they've gone flying, 13,000 deaths. But yeah, countries like surrounding China, down below here I mentioned, the Mongolias, Vietnam's not too far away. Nah, all low numbers. Anyway, don't know what you have to do to prove that this is bullshit. Don't know how long before the world wakes up to this garbage, but there it is. How long is it going to take for this garbage to go to 1 million? 1 million deaths. Means nothing. These are just normal deaths. Normal common cold and seasonal flu deaths. That's all it is. Wake up, world.